I mean, we love playing at home. I think there's a comfort here. I think our crowd really settles us in a good way, but also the level of experience that we've gained. You know, there are 3 people who had call it their career start today, the first career start, and they had to do it at the same time because we're so undermanned. And we only had 8 active. So for the 3 who had their career start, you know, they just did a really good job for us. And then what Toddy and Deja have been able to do with the varying lineups and who's in and who's out, and, you know, all that with this injury thing over the last month, they've just handled it really remarkably. And then look at the line of Kayla. She obviously distributed play with and been rebounded the ball, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, can score the ball. You know, she gives us a great dynamic at the right time of year.
You talked about the lack of urgency in the last game. What did you see today?
The opposite, you know, and I wish I could tell you what I said differently or what I showed differently, or was their back against the wall? I don't know. I mean, I think they feel really comfortable at home, you know, and they're going to have to take this as experience and confidence and go into uncomfortable environments on the road and generate their own activity and urgency. Because the urgency, we've had no problem in practice when we practice at home, and we've had no problem in games. It's on the road this young group isn't able to generate as much urgency as we need.
With this young group, defensively today, they were able to force 25 turnovers. What did you see today on the court?
Way more activity. I mean, way more activity. I thought we, you know, in our man, we were great on ball screens. We were great in gaps. We were vocal in our switches. Just a much better defensive effort. We've got good defenders. It's committing to how to defend together. So, you know, we were much better on that end and much better on the glass. I mean, our bigs did a really good job on their bigs, and you know, we all got a part of it. Toddy gets 9 boards, you know, and Destiny gets 8, and then you've got Tiani and Kayla with 6. That's what we need. That's what we need until we're healthy.
Were you worried at all when you saw how many starters you'd be down this game? I mean,
you know what worries me sometimes is just is the length of the season for Toddy and Deja. You know, they're having to shoulder so much mentally, physically, emotionally, all that as these lineups kind of come and go. And you know, I checked in with them. They were in the office, I don't know, whatever day today is, yesterday, and they love hoop. So they just show me not to worry. You know, they'll play with whoever's in. They'll help who's ever in. But yeah, it's the limited practice because they can't practice because they're playing so many minutes. The young guys need practice, but you know, they're in and out with injuries. So it's, you know, we're figuring it out as we go.
And Anya and Alyssa, day to day.
I found out, you know, after I did the TV that Anya was being held. So, you know, until these guys get to certain numbers, we don't want to risk them because of their careers, you know. So I would hope I have them on Thursday, but I don't know that because they have to, you know, you kind of do these up-to-minute tests to find out is their strength equal, is their explosivity equal. So sometimes they don't understand, they think they're ready, but we have plenty of scientific tests that determine if their bodies are as ready as their minds are. And until they get tested, as Kayla knows, just about every day, when they're in return to play. So it's not me trying to withhold information. Those numbers have to be equal. And when that happens, they'll go. But they're getting close.
Kayla, you seem to be getting more into the in sync every game. How are you feeling out there for the total floor game and everything?
Oh yeah, I feel good. I mean, I feel good. Again, we've been in practice. I've been getting those reps. So the more and more I play, the more and more reps I get, I just get more comfortable.
And your shoulder's fine?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's a little hit, but I'm good.
She has to be.
That's,
We don't have enough people. She has to be okay. So do you.
yes.
But when you guys are making so many three-pointers, that just opens up the offense. What does that mean for your offense when so many people are making the three-pointers?
Right. Well, I mean, when people are making shots like K-Man, I mean, we just find them, and that's the benefit of the team is that, you know, we share the ball whenever, you know, someone's getting hot, and then it opens up lanes for everybody else. I think I was able to get attacked, and DK was able to attack and, you know, hit the post players and stuff. So it just opens up so many options for us to have, and everyone was stepping up this game, you know, and it was much needed, and you know, for as a player, you know, to see that, it's like really good, and yeah, so we're just weapons all around.
What were the adjustments for you all playing without Anya, again playing without Alyssa? What were the adjustments on both ends?
Just our activity on both ends, moving without the ball, defensively, just really being active. Coach said winning our 1v1 matchups, and that's exactly what we did. I think the post did a really good job mukbang or whatever.
Number 5.
Yeah, number 5. And we knew that coming into the game, she was going to be a threat to us. So with the numbers that we had, we just fought, and I think that shows a lot about our team.
And what does it mean for your confidence and momentum to see the team be able to put up these double-digit wins, even when you are missing so many starters and are seeing some of these younger players step up and play?
Yeah, I mean, stepping up in general, that is a lot. K-Mac, we had 3 starters, 3 new starters, and it just, I don't know, it goes back to our team and how many weapons we have because, we're all we got at this point, so we just
Well
roll from
said.
there.
You talked about how your younger players particularly didn't seize the moment in the last game. And you said they play better at home. It has to be something else in addition that made the difference.
Yeah, I think just added experience. I mean, every minute you get a little more experience. You see more film on yourself. You try as a coach to show film for the group, but it's probably a little bit easier to see when you're doing it, right? And so I think when you see your own performance on film and it's you against a team like Syracuse, that probably makes you think about how you can be a little more helpful. And I know that the leadership that the Toddy and Deja are giving is the urgency that we need, is bringing them along. So, I wish that if all of our games were at home, they'd grow up faster, but they're not. So we have to build on the film that will look different at Syracuse to how it looked different today, and see how, therefore, we can ensure we're moving in the right direction for Thursday.
And obviously Thursday night, hostile environment in Raleigh, and they're going to be out for revenge. And they just lost to Virginia today. How does that game look to you, particularly if you don't have all your 3 starters back?
You know what? Sort of what we've done all year, which is who's available, and then figure out based on their skill sets how we can put them in a position to be successful. Even Kayla, she doesn't know the whole playbook, so that shortens our playbook a little bit. And then when other people are in certain lineups, they know certain things. So it's clearly easier to coach a team when you have a rhythm, right? But these guys they come every day like, how can we get better? And as their coach, I'm required to give them my best because of that. I mean, they know that none of them feel bad about what we've got against NC State. They know that whoever's cleared is if this is all we have currently, and then that'll have to be enough, but we'll have to, we'll need young guys to play really well in a hostile environment, to your point. And I can't guarantee they'll do that, but I can guarantee that they'll be a little bit better than they were against Syracuse. And that Toddy and Deja will do what is needed to ensure that they know how much we need them to be as good on the road as they are at home.
Kayla, short sample size, but how's the chemistry going between you and the rest of the league guards, Deja, Paulina?
I may not have been playing with them for a long time, but I've been around them for so long. We've been practice, been outside of practice. We're always together. So that was one thing for me that I didn't have a problem with, is just chemistry. Because we've been around each other. I know how she plays, I know how Deja plays. So it really just kind of came natural. And the more time we get on the court together, we just kind of keep coming together.
But little things I think that she's diminishing is when her lower body was off limits, she was always passing. It was important to her that she was the one passing to them so that she knew where Toddy wanted it versus where Deja wanted it. And then when her upper body was off limits, then she'd be on the bike and on film, right? So she has never she's not along for the ride. This is important to Kayla. This is important to Toddy that Kayla plays well. And so she's been, whatever body part she's had available, she has used inside the lines. It's just not always been in a live environment. She's passed you a few times on this.
My dog.
And Kayla, coming off of her dominant performance today, how are you and some of those other young players looking to continue fostering your growth going into Thursday's game and just moving forward throughout the season?
Well, we have a couple days to prepare. We're going to keep preparing. And one thing I will say, we're all hungry. We all stay hungry. So, we're going to come these next couple days to practice and then get ready for Thursday.
Anything else?
And stay healthy.
And stay healthy.
Jesus,
Guys, step careful.
yeah. Well,